I'm sorry, and I don't care who this pisses off, but the second you partner with Benjamin Netanyahu for America to take over fucking Gaza, your argument about abortion and saving kids goes out the fucking window. Because that man has been blowing kids off the face of this fucking planet for a year. And y'all are just, oh, turn a blind eye. We'll make Gaza beautiful again. Riviera of the Middle East. Miss fucking me. If that was Kamala up there, the right would be up in arms right now. Oh, look, she's partnered with a war criminal. I'm not left and I'm not right. I'm a motherfucker with common sense that wants to see death and destruction stop. And you think America going over there and taking over a country which we have just fucking bombed for a year, you think that's gonna go smooth? Might I ask you to go look at the other times in the world where America went to go rebuild? Go check that out.
Yo, what's up? That's today's topic, or this episode's topic. If you saw my last video of this, this is a continuation of that, reacting not as eloquently as that guy in the video did, reposted from Middle Eastern Eye, but I just want to keep the conversation going because it's free Palestine every day until it happens, for humanitarian rights, equal rights to the Palestinians who live there. And joining me is the guy who joined me on my first journey of this series, my brother Hamad. How you doing, bro?
Great. How are you?
I'm okay, given
Okay,
stuff that's bothering me, annoying me. But dang, we did this a long time ago when I woke up to this and started doing the show.
Yep.
And you've called it, man. It's just crazy how you said you see things different on your end because you guys get the other version of the
the
Terry
true
State is
version.
advertising. Yeah, the true version. And then we don't get any of that here. Yeah, the actual version. It's so crazy. Like, first off, I'm still wrapping my head around how stupid like that lady about from the White House saying that, oh my, showing pictures of Gaza. Look at the destruction. There's no water. Who could possibly live there? This is the one I can't wrap my head around on how stupid they're playing on. It's just like, do they think we have the memory of goldfish? Do they think we just forgot this stuff of what's going on? That the destruction is because of Israel with U.S. weapons. The water was cut off at Israel. The gas was cut off at Israel. Food was cut off at Israel. Electricity was cut off at Israel. And lives are cut off at Israel using weapons that we paid and gave them. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. How can anyone live there? And they just want, what, we're going to own it now? I for the reasons they're saying, they even said the president was a humanitarian. And I was like, oh my gosh. What's your reaction of all this? It's insane.
Right. Initially, like when I first saw the press conference, it was like early morning our time. So I wake up and I see this bullshit, and then I was like, I actually felt sick because, like, any they're like, now they're capable of anything and everything, as the world knows. They can do anything they want and everything they want. So, like, I was like, okay. And then, just throughout the day, like, or like the past few days, right? Like, I'm just starting to like think, like, putting some thought into it, and I saw other perspectives in it. Like, it's just something that I don't think it's even possible to be done. Now, I'm like, you could say it like, oh, we could just move this, that, but like, you can't just move this and that. It's impossible. You can't move millions of Palestinians somewhere.
Especially when Egypt and Jordan said no.
Yeah, no, like, even
it seems like a sales pitch, an idea that they're advertising, which gives me hope that nothing is in motion for this.
But what I
hope,
maybe it's me coping, right? Maybe it's me just like hoping and coping. But this what it looks like to me is just a very expensive soundbite for like Netanyahu or the Zionists to, like, take it, or like to hold on, like, it's like what they paid Trump for is just like that, say that, or like or that Netanyahu was like, please say something so I don't get hanged back home. That that's what like see, like 15 months of the most destructive bombs, and they didn't move. They didn't want to move.
No, and before that there was like what,
Yeah, so
2.2
like
million, and now there's like 1.7, apparently 1.6.
I'm hoping this is just like whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm really hoping that, because like what we're seeing here from like what's reported in Al Jazeera,
Mm-hmm.
like from the Gaza Health Ministry, like been giving updates. It's like now to like 61,000
Wow.
deaths. So like I'm hoping this is just like whatever, like they just throw in a number, and it's not true. But I again maybe hoping that yeah, but like yeah,
Yeah.
if you see what 'cause I'm pretty sure none of this it's even shown or broadcasted in any like Western media.
Mm-hmm.
Just how like the Palestinians in the north or whatever, like they don't care, like their houses in ruins, or like not a single one I've seen or heard is like, okay, our house is in ruin, we need to make a new life outside. It's
Mm.
always like, oh, our house is in ruins, yes, we need help, we need aid, but we're not moving from this spot.
Yeah, I've just seen clips of everyone happy to go to their home, whatever condition it's in.
Whatever condition it
Like,
is.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
happy to
yeah.
be home. That's their home, and they're already trying to rebuild those they can, you know?
This is another thing, like that's why like this concept, uh Zionists and like people like Trump, like
Mm.
I don't think they can comprehend, like,
Mm-hmm.
because they assume that, like, yeah, of course, if there's nothing there, they'll just move to a nicer neighborhood. Like they just assume that, like, oh, they'll just move there, like, but like that's when I say Zionists, I'm talking like American Zionists.
Mm-hmm.
No, Israeli Zionists, they're like, when they heard that, they're just like, okay, yeah, that means we could like go in and shoot everyone.
Like they're doing in the West Bank.
Yeah, yeah,
It seems
pretty
like they're
much.
just.
Like,
I saw some soldiers do a post where they're like, "Thank you, Trump." The IDF. Thank you, Trump. We're just waiting your soldiers now to continue doing what we were doing.
mhm.
Wow.
No, it's been going on for years and years. What's
Yeah.
happening now in the West Bank is not surprising whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've seen this. Like it's not because like, oh, now they're like, oh, we want to get rid of whatever terrorism, or no, like it's been going on for like years and
Mm-hmm.
years and years. So like, whatever. It's just yeah, I cannot comprehend, like, even like if they're like, okay, we'll go super evil, like go super evil, like
Mm.
an evil that the world hasn't seen yet. I still can't see how they can forcefully move, and like the consequences of doing that is going to be too much for America. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Like, what are they gonna
I,
do? Go in there and then just physically grab every
yeah, like
Palestinian
how,
and
like, yeah,
take
like
them
what?
to a
Sorry,
boat and ship them off somewhere
like they
by
they did
force?
the maximum they could do, like, yeah, genocide and create
Mhm.
unlivable conditions, and they're still there. So like, what else
Yeah.
can you? So what else can you like? What, like, I don't know. That's why
Like,
if
these people are
the only
strong.
the only thing I could think of is actually going there and like death squad kind of shit, right?
Mhm.
Like
It would be a whole genocide all over
soldiers.
again.
Sorry.
Like, they would have to They would have to fight them, shoot them, and kill them to get them out of there.
Yeah, like go in with like troops on the ground with like machine guns or whatever, and start spraying at whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like just I know they're capable of such evil. That's nothing to them. They could easily do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like what I'm thinking about is like the cost, uh, the political cost, like for it's the monetary cost, the political cost, uh, like how long would they able to do that, right? So like it's
Mm-hmm.
just like logically speaking, if it, like I don't like people bring up like, oh, this is such like evil, whatever. Like no, like nothing. There's nothing they wouldn't cross. There's nothing like there's no line they wouldn't cross. That's so obvious. Like imagine whatever dark shit, and you just multiply it by 10, and you'll easily do it. Thinking of
Mm.
eye. So like it's not. This is not going to sway them. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's just like there's so much, and like Egypt and Jordan refusing. It's not just because like oh like there's a moral like ground to stand on. Because if the moment they actually accept, like people would riot.
Yeah, because it's a
That,
vote
that people,
for taking part in ethnic cleansing.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, killing people, displacing them is all part of ethnic cleansing. It's like, hello.
yeah, and like these the and like Israel and America, they don't want the regimes in Jordan and Egypt to like fall.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want that. Like what the setup is now is the most convenient Israel like can be in.
Hmm.
So like yeah, it's just nothing. Like the yeah, that's what I think. I'm like it's about like when he said that, it's just a soundbite that Netanyahu needed, and to uh like maybe probably Trump really thought that like you said, like it's just Nadia throw it at the wall.
Mm.
But like I just don't think it's like after thinking, like I calmed down. I'm like, yeah, this is there's more like I've heard like the like it's a way to get like the GCC countries like us and like to pay for like the reconstruction
Mm-hmm.
because and even that I'm like we're gonna do it anyway without like
Yeah, but if you guys do it, it's
it's
going to be
Trump
building it
like
for the Palestinian people.
yeah
The
yeah yeah
way I got from what the president said is that get the people out, rebuild it,
yeah yeah
but the
but it
people
can't
out can't come back.
yeah yeah
That sounds like a total blueprint playbook of the Zionist program
yeah
for
yeah
Gaza, because so
which
many
that's why I
representatives of
think this
Israel
is
saying we want it.
yeah that's why I'm like this is just like something that he said to make Israel happy, but not necessarily it's gonna be applied.
I hope that's the case
Yeah, I hope so too.
because that dude
Because
got the
if
red
it's
carpet, man.
like if if this is actually a plan, then it's it's then I'll think then World War III would happen. Then like
Mm,
shit would go down.
yeah,
People would take shit on their own hands. Like
because
it's
Yemen already said if ethnic cleansing happens, they're going to go to war with Israel. No doubt about it.
yeah yeah, but it's like the region will be destabilized. That area will be destabilized. It's gonna yeah, and I'm gonna assume yes, they are politicians are like the demons, but
Mm-hmm.
demons can also be like pragmatic and smart.
Mm.
If they want
Like I feel total destruction and destabilization would hurt any capitalistic empire,
yeah
Like
well,
like
because
to like so much destruction can't be so profitable. It actually not work for you. I don't know if you remember like Ares and Injustice. That the bad guys were going to win, and Ares started helping Wonder Woman because he's like,
Mhm.
hey, if you guys win, I lose my power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, something like
Yeah.
that, where there's so much destruction, there won't be any war for Ares or something to profit from.
Yeah.
I always thought that was interesting, and that might be if like
Mhm.
morally, like I would think it's smart to not do anything destructive in the long run. I just don't understand that part, but the fact that uh our government is saying first protecting Israel of the genocide, then benefiting from the aftermath of the genocide. Look, it's horrible. We got to own it so then we can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah. And like,
I'm worried if it's like a plan to justify whatever's next to come with the ethnic cleansing.
actually, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I see your point where it could be just bluff, making so and so feel happy for whatever reason for passing time. But if it's another way to help them get what they want, since one side didn't work out,
But
uh,
I like
yeah, that's a concern.
what's happening in the West Bank. Yeah, I see that. Uh, like I want to see what like if they start like bombing, carpet
Mm,
bombing, like what they did in Gaza, then it's gonna be like yeah, they're just trying to get rid of Palestinians. Uh, we'll see, we'll see. Like I don't know, like Israel is capable of everything and anything.
yeah, they are. Uh, we've seen the worst of the worst in real time, and I'm just shocked, man. Still shocked. I'm never gonna. I'm used to the being shocked, but I'm still always shocked. That makes sense.
Yeah, you know, but like, what's
You're like, welcome to
what's
reality.
yeah, it's like it's the shit we've been seeing for like
Oh,
ever since. Well, the thing is, like, ever since I was like you know
you
born
said like
until
in grade
now.
school, right?
Mhm.
The first, last time you were on my show, you said ever since like grade school, you saw something on TV about a guy getting
Yeah, yeah,
killed.
yeah, yeah. Like not
Oh
even
no.
good. That was high. Like, that was high school. Even before, like, just
Uh,
I am. Yeah, like being exposed to this all my like seeing footage, seeing like news, actual news about it. People like
mm,
being uh surrounded by actual like Palestinians,
mm-hmm.
with, like generations of like uh you know. So it's like you know the truth of the matter. So, but this is like the first time I've ever seen in my life Israel like looks like they look so like they're such like losers and defeated and like just lame.
It's
I've
hard
never
to
seen
see it
them.
on our end unless we dig, but you have more freedom to see the truth. Is it Are they really looking like they're the world sees them for what they are, or like how different have you seen the awareness, especially from the West, since the first time we did this to now? Is
That's
like there
insane.
any hope of momentum or
It's
awareness?
it's insane. I've never seen it anything like this in my life.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Because I think our end,
Uh,
people like me who are finally catching up, this is still shocking. But you see everything. Like, is this a good table turn in the face for like freedom and justice?
100%. I
That's good to hear.
yeah, yeah, no,
Because
like it's like I'm comparing it to what it was before.
mm,
Like before Al-Quds flood, I'm not gonna call it the date that they want to immortalize,
oh, I know what you're
right?
talking about.
Yeah, because from now on, I'm just gonna go the Quds flood. Ever since Quds flood, before that,
Mm.
right? Like it, barely anyone spoke about Palestine.
Yeah, and there were
You see,
bombs going on, killing kids like in
yeah,
that
yeah,
summer and
it was
spring.
happening, and it was like like a constant thing, and you know, you'll see the activists say something, and like you see activists like but the way it is now, it's like countries are chasing is like reservists, Israeli reservists, or like vacationing,
Mm.
and they or like they resident, or like like the last one I saw was in Switzerland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember seeing the one in Thailand. Or like, no, I'm not serving you on like the night market on the street.
Oh, that no, no, that wasn't Thailand. That was, I think, Vietnam.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But
Thank
that
you
was
for
a
the
while
correction.
back. That was a
Yeah,
while
yeah,
back.
but I've seen stuff since. What's the
Yeah, like
Switzerland
that.
one?
Yeah, like I've never seen like Israelis like that, living like that.
Mm.
They used to just like go whatever and like be normal, and no one like. But like now, like that's and like people are constantly on their neck. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like the people level, right?
Mm.
It's like I've never seen anything like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
does sound huge when we realize it.
No, no, it's big. It's big. Like
Oh,
uh
that's good.
the way even the like when Trump said his bullshit, the way the world reacted,
Mm-hmm.
like that's something
That's
too.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm really shocked actually is how the Arabs reacted.
Yeah, that's
The
weird
Arab
too.
government. Yeah,
I
like
saw
that's
Trump had a speech at the in front of the Arab nations. I forgot when. It was like a week or two prior. And he gave a great speech about terrorism, but the problem was it's a great speech and all. However, who the West points a finger at who is a terrorist and who isn't is
Mhm.
totally backwards and wrong. Great speech, but who he's pointing the finger at and who we're
I know,
protecting
like it's not.
is so
Yeah, it's
wrong. So it's kind of like it's a great speech, but then how true is it? How do you mean it? Or do you mean that you're just pointing at the wrong people and protecting the wrong people?
like anyone who opposes who fights back against the colonialists or
Hmm.
settlers, it's they're labeled terrorists.
Yep, pretty
So
much.
like yeah, so yeah, and you know, it's like the pushback every time like someone like from po- uh, the political class says some BS. I see the pushback.
Mm,
That wasn't the case before.
wow.
That was like as I like from my like understanding.
Mm.
Like the when we last spoke, yeah, I was pretty much hopeless,
Because
right?
you were on here twice. They were kind of
Yeah,
back to back.
yeah. Like these times, like the
Mm.
hopeless level was like all time
Oh,
high, basically. Yeah, yeah. But like just seeing things now, and I don't know it's like it's I'm not gonna, I don't want to be like super like uh you know positive and hopeful and things are just, like good. It's like it's gonna be there's still gonna be big fighting, but like I've never seen things like I've never seen Israel in this position. I've never seen
mm.
like Netanyahu needing to change his flight like path so to avoid countries that are like might arrest him.
Ready to
He went
arrest
through
him.
like he went to I think he went to France, and France said bullshit, nothing. But like the fact that they had to plan, right,
To
how
go to which
to
country
avoid,
he's safe.
yeah, to avoid
Wow.
like any like that's crazy. That's crazy too.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Man, we need more all countries to wake up to this, man.
And
Oh.
like everyone, like everyone sees Israeli society now,
Mm-hmm.
like the way we've been seeing it for decades. Now that everyone like sees it,
It's pretty
so
easy.
like
I've even
that.
seen like a Indian YouTuber trying to go to Israel to prove that it's a nice place to brown people,
No,
and they
yeah,
were not.
that was hilarious. It was
Oh,
actually
he's
so
such.
funny.
Oh man, And then there was also another Asian woman. I don't know where she came from, but she's a Christian. She went there to prove that they love Christians, and they were racially mean to her and religiously mean to her, spitting and bumping and hitting. I was like, dang. It's like the people who made the documentary. I believe it was Israelism, which is free on so many platforms. So everyone definitely check it out. I'll put the link in the description. But I believe, and correct me if wrong, but it was that production that went out to try to defend Israel, but ended up exposing them to their BS, and then being a documentary more for equal rights for Palestinians and free.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That one is an amazing one, and I'm glad that it got free. Like, it's on so many platforms. So I'm trying to turn on power here. There we go. So my computer doesn't die. Yeah, at first you had to buy it. Now it's like free on several platforms and everything. That was a great one. And then Ground Zero. I believe it's Ground Zero. That's another documentary. I don't know if you heard of it, but
Michael
3
Moore?
weeks ago. Huh?
Is it by Michael Moore or whatever his name
No,
is?
I don't think it's by Michael Moore. It's about Palestine and the destruction. I could be wrong. It might be Michael Moore, but it's a Ground Zero.
I think it is. It was by Michael Moore.
It was. Wow.
I think so.
Dang.
I think so.
I heard
Because I remember
it's coming back to theaters because it was out for one day like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I couldn't make it to it.
well, they're putting it back on theaters.
That's what I heard. Since I'm talking about it, I'm at a computer. Let's find out. Right.
Yeah. Have you seen Mo season 2?
No, not yet. I've been so busy lately, bro. I'm glad you told me about it. At first, I glanced. I was like, "Man, screw DJ Khaled." But
This
I
guy
only
Mo.
looked at. So here we go. Ground Zero.
ترى كله حرام هذا؟ والله زي ما انت شايف نعمة كلها على الارض قاعدين نلم رمل وبقرع بس عشان ناكل.
دايما الزنان بضلها تزن زن زن ضلها وقتك فوق راسك وانت نايم وانت قاعد بتسوي وانت بتدرس وانت بترقص.
ماما كاتبته عشان لو ومتنا يعرفونا من الأسامي اللي مكتوبة على أجسامنا.
خلال ال 24 ساعة تعرضت للاستهداف 3 مرات. في البداية كنا رايحين من خيام 5 أنا وابن عمي، قصف المنزل تقريبا كنا تحت المنزل مباشرة.
صابين جنبه هذا استشهد نزل عليه الرقم. تمام.
صدقني يا صديقي، كانت إلي حياة حلوة وجميلة في مدينة جميلة.
احنا يا جماعة الخير ناس بدها تغني بدها تنبسط وبدها تفرح وبدها تطلع تعبر عن شو بتحس. احنا نعم في قصف وفي دمار وفي حرب وفي كل فترة من الفترات بيصير في عنا إشي أو حدث يرجعنا للصفر، بس هذا الإشي ما بيزيدنا غير تحدي.
بدي أحكي لكم اليوم قصة، جاهزين تسمعوا قصة؟
وخسارتنا الأولى كانت إنه ما قدرنا نشوف الفيلم مع جمهور وعلى شاشة كبيرة.
لا للظلم ولا للعنف ولا لعدم احترام مبادئ حقوق الإنسان، لا لكل إشي ضد الإنسانية ولا لكل إشي ضد الفرح وضد الحياة، لا لكل حاجة عكس إحنا بنتمنى.
Wow. So it's 22 filmmakers. Yeah, I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know that.
This is good. We're doing a show. Palestinian's official submission for the 2025 Academy Awards from Ground Zero is a collection of revealing stories from 22 Palestinian filmmakers living through war, genocide, who captured their lives in Gaza amidst genocide. Using a blend of animation, documentary, and fiction, they create a powerful testament to the steadfastness of the human spirit. This film serves as a remarkable reflection of how art can thrive even in the darkest times, showcasing the enduring spirit and creativity that emerge amid ongoing devastation. Ethnic cleansing. A blend of animation, documentary, and fiction, they create a powerful testament to the steadfastness of the human spirit. This film serves as a remarkable reflection of how art can thrive even in the darkest times, showcasing the enduring spirit and creativity that emerge amid ongoing ethnic cleansing. Wow. Dang, this looks beautiful and heartbreaking. I was tearing up a bit.
You know what I think is gonna happen?
What's going to happen, brother?
It's nominated in the Academy, right?
Yeah.
Watch.
Or did the Academy happen?
I don't think so.
I don't even know, dude. Really, my life is Hazza pro wrestling, work, Hazza.
Yeah, I don't know.
Palestine, family, Palestine,
But
work.
like I would imagine there's gonna be pushback from these like demonic Zionist actors, Hollywood.
Yeah, they are demonic, man. This is crazy.
Yeah,
I like some people I thought I liked before, not as much or at all, and some people I didn't like. I have respect for, based on how they stand in this humanitarian thing.
Like exactly. People like this is a litmus test. If you're with if you're Palestine,
yeah,
then you already like get it like big pass.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're,
I'll only date pro-Palestine women.
I mean, like they're human. I mean, you're trying to date humans.
Yeah, I need someone with compassion, empathy, knowledge, awareness. That you get that in one package. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's like a truth detector. I can find out who people are.
Like if you're like the kind of person be like, yeah, like a 5-year-old kid should be killed because they might grow up hating me. Well, then fuck off, man. Like you don't deserve to breathe. And it's open, and they say it with such like, with chest, and like it's such a like like this is like logical, like it's logical to them.
Wow.
Yeah, and at the same time they're saying that like, oh, Islam is evil, like, oh, like these Muslims are evil. Like not once I've seen like Muslims or Islam won't go out and with chest and say that women and children should be killed.
That's not even that goes against the Quran,
never
man.
seen it. Yeah, like I've never seen it ever. Like, okay, they'll say shit like, oh, like this country should fall, or these people who like are are kafirs or whatever, like they should leave or go away, or get off our lands, quote unquote, or whatever. And I've never seen like just sit there and and try to put it in logical terms that killing children is beneficial. Murdering children is beneficial. I like we've been
where you do see that written.
Like and that's what, and that's when I see that, when I see like that posts or like these like videos or whatever, like initially it's like you get the rage feeling, right? Like, but it's actually a very good thing. It's actually incredible because like other humans are seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
They used to like reserve that kind of like rhetoric towards a specific group of people, but like now they believe that, you know, uh what's flood happening means the whole world is on their side, and they
Mm-hmm.
will believe, and they will actually co-sign whatever they say. So now they say, when they're saying what they really feel to other people, to other humans, it exposed them, like finally exposed them, like to how sick, how fucking sick and depraved Israeli society is.
Yeah, I mean, it's freaking apartheid government for a reason, and
Name me
that's a
one.
bad reason.
Name me one uh, sports fans in the world where their chant is about killing a race of people and gloating about killing children. I can't.
Uh,
I can't. Like, wait. Like,
I haven't
let's.
heard anyone. None.
And okay, like football, American football in the United States. Like, I know American sports chants are pretty tame and sometimes cringe. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go to.
they are.
Let's go.
They are. They're worse than pro wrestling.
Yeah, they're so cringe. Let's go. Let's go. But like, if you go
Wait, you like
England,
the chants, the British one, or like the Brazilian where they have like a song when they chant their team,
yeah, yeah, no, like you go. Let's go to one of the most toxic places in football, like in terms of fans, like
Okay.
England, right?
Uh-huh.
And I say toxic as in a good way, right? And it's hilarious. Like if
My
you're a
viewers, when
neutral,
we say football, we mean soccer, just so you know.
yeah, soccer, yeah. If
No,
you're
it's
like a
football.
neutral, if you're a neutral and watch it and you see the chants,
Mm-hmm.
like from like the rivalry or the fans, whatever, it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
But if you're at the receiving end, it's actually painful. I could see it. But like none of them, none of them boast about killing children,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like there's only one society like that does that in sports.
Mm-hmm.
I like maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe
I
there's a
mean,
blind eye. There's
oh,
some like if there is other sports fans outside of Israel that does that, I would like to know. I would really like to know.
yeah. I don't think they exist.
It's not like, oh, it's a bet or a challenge, whatever.
Let
Like
us know in the
maybe I'm
comments.
wrong. Yeah,
Yeah, educate
for
us
me,
if there
I
is.
can't. There is.
No, I was telling whoever's watching this
Okay.
said, let us know
Yeah,
if there
yeah,
is. No,
exactly.
because I've only heard from the apartheid terrorist state that is the illegal occupation of Palestine. I should say that instead of saying this. That's the whole definition. I've only heard from them that they're like, well, we're allowed to kill because we are God's chosen people. It's like kind of like almost reluctant, but they're like, it's fact of the matter though. We can, you can't though, but we can. It's like there's this weird belief that what is it, goy? We're all goys if we're not.
Yeah.
There's this like terminology
Goism.
for us here and they're up here.
Yeah.
And then if you're a Christian Zionist, you're just a little bit up here. You think you're closer or
Yeah.
better? I don't
Mm.
know. It's all a joke. But yeah, I can't
Yep.
hear of anyone who has maniacal stuff like that.
I need to know. Yeah.
Even in pro wrestling, we have chants going, "That's messed up," or "You effed up,"
Like
or
there's like there's racist chants.
oh yeah.
You hear it in Spain. Like sometimes, mostly it's like a lot of it in Spain and like there's other European countries, right, where they have like racist chants against the player.
Surprise.
Especially black players, like they'll just go in and like ham on them, like, oh, monkey, banana, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, not, I haven't seen yet, chanting like "kill this specific race of people," let's kill all the Arabs. That's specific, and or like there's no school in Gaza because we killed all the children. Something so if there's anything to
Yeah.
that around that ballpark, I need to know. I want to know just for like educational purposes.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one camp that says that according to me. So if anyone out there knows, let us know in the comments. If we're not, it's disgusting, man. Like, there's like the scariest part of it is that society, that government that entertains all those ideologies of destruction and superiority have absolutely no shame.
Yeah.
And this is probably the I don't want to say brainwashing, I want to say poisoning of the mind. This is the product of what happens of something, of a government, a faction, whatever, that's in power that gets away with it for 76 years.
Yeah.
This is what births this type of thinking in people who are on, you see Hamza's channel where he does that app where you could talk to anyone around the world and he picks Israel.
Yeah.
So in Hamza's one, we've seen from a lot of Zionist Israelis or whatever, they're like, yeah, we want the kids to die.
But they're just Israelis.
There you go.
Typical, like average Israeli.
Average. There you go. Yeah, they're all there. They're like, look at it, how they all speak. I've only seen one guy make a post saying, I would be happy to see my Israeli passport turned to Palestinian. I was like, hey, that's cool. Can we have more of you, brother?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you haven't? It's on my Instagram. It's one of them. And I think I tweeted his video. It's one. It's small. Then there was this one lady who was crying, Israeli, who was crying and sad. And she was there trying to stop the settlers from destroying the aid trucks going in. She was unsuccessful, of course.
Yeah.
They just bullied her. But I've seen like a few Israelis who are for the Free Palestine, and some that do the protests that we do here for Free Palestine. They're doing it over there in Tel Aviv. That's hopeful. Have you ever seen that before?
I've seen it. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's like maybe 0.00001 of Israeli society.
Oh man,
if you,
I shouldn't laugh. That's sad.
It's sad and funny. Like if you take randomly any Israeli, like the chances are that they see Palestinians as subhumans. I think it's like maybe 80% or higher. You know how they keep saying like, well, like all these like Sharia schools, they call it school, like all this madrasas and I don't know what, right? They're saying like, oh, it teaches Arabs and Muslims to hate Jews, right? They keep saying that, right? I've never seen it. I've never seen like.
No, but I've seen their schools teach otherwise.
Yeah, they have their actual videos, not just like here's like.
Oh no, I played them on my channel before.
Yeah, like it's scary because like it's their education system. So like, how do we deprogram a whole society to think otherwise?
Yeah, dude, I even saw one where it was like a daytime show. This older Israeli guy was showing an Israeli kid a children's book, and then the children's book was about Palestinian man. It's like, oh, look at this kid. He grew up just wanting to kill Israel, and his greatest highlight was throwing rocks at a tank, and he got in prison, and he was happy. That was his highlight. And then he came back to do more destruction. What'd you learn from it? Yeah. And the kid's like, yeah, Palestinians are filthy. They should be jailed or killed or something like that. I was like, whoa. That was their Blue's Clues episode of whatever's going on there. I was like, dang, that is crazy. Oh. And no one says anything about that. Just these fake propaganda. Because I've seen some of the fake propaganda videos, and I'm not great on dialect, but I'm learning. But you can kind of hear when an Israeli is acting as a
Yeah,
Palestinian and the
yeah, it's
accent
so
is like
obvious. It's
way
so
off.
obvious.
It's
Yeah,
way off, dude.
it's
Since
so obvious. It's so obvious.
yeah, since I'm praying in Arabic nowadays, it's like, whoa, you can hear the difference big time. It's like
It's like
this is painfully bad.
they speak the way they truly believe the Palestinians like they know Arabic.
Yeah,
They'll try to get the dialect right, but it's just the structure, the sentence structures. It's how like it sounds like in a Hollywood movie when they
when they do a bad representation of someone.
when they hire like these Mexican actors to act like Arab terrorists, and the things
Yeah.
and the line the things they say, that's how it's structured, right? They assume this is how like they speak to each other, these like
Yeah.
Arab terrorists kind of thing.
Oh,
So like
cringe.
it's yeah, and like you hear like which is like which makes me think that all this is connected, like Hollywood and like Israel, Hollywood, and I'm gonna throw it in like in ISIS too, right?
Oh yeah, they work for Israel. It's
Yeah,
obvious.
like the way
Israeli Secret Intelligence
ISIS,
Service.
so obvious. Like the way
Yeah.
ISIS look, the way that ISIS looks, the dress, it's like literally like it looks like something that's from like a writer's room, right? And then like they're trying to like make a design of like a typical Arab terrorist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to come up with the
all black.
characters to fight Rambo.
Yeah, it's like they're all black. They're all like, it's dressed in all black and like, whatever. Like, so like it's even the design and like the everything about ISIS just screams to me like it's it's from a writer's room or like a Hollywood production design, like character design. Like they want to like this is what to me like, but not once. Yeah, everyone knows that. Like not once has ISIS said anything bad about Israel.
In
Not
fact, didn't they apologize for hitting some targets that
they
were
yeah
threatening to them?
yeah.
If you're a mass murdering terrorist group that's going to take over the world, why are you apologizing to one nation?
Yeah,
that was wow. Anyone seeing this? This is telling.
They only attack countries that Israel has an issue with.
Yep.
Like it's like it's not a conspiracy. I don't think it's a conspiracy anymore.
No, it's blatant. It's out there. There's even a paper trail of the name.
They actually condemned Hamas. Like it's
and then Yahoo. I saw another clip of him talking to the Israeli people saying Hamas will pay for the mistreatment of their people, like days after Israeli soldiers, female soldiers were released, and they're in great shape. They put on some weight. They're happy. They're healthy. They're thanking Hamas, fist bumping them, and making thank you speeches. It's like, oh my gosh, how horrible. Maybe that is horrible to Netanyahu. It's like, how could they do this? This is horrible. You should torture. You should abuse. You should sexually abuse your prisoners. Hamas can't do that. They're evil. Oh my gosh, they treat them with respect. What?
That's why Israel wanted to kill the hostages.
Yeah, because if Israel kills the hostages, which they killed about 7 Israeli hostages, I forget.
I think it's a bit more.
Number.
It's a bit more.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because I remember they shot 3 that had the flag, the white flag they were walking, and then some bombs actually killed some of them. But if it's more than 7, dang. Yeah, because if Israel kills their own hostages, like they did on the Great Flood Day, as you say, or whatever, which is coming out again, that I report on my channel before. Then if they kill all the hostages, then that would just help more of their propaganda lies. I feel like they care more about their false narrative and story than the lives of the Israeli people, even,
Mhm.
Everything is just to control this area and the ideology. It seems that's more important to them. Dude,
I mean,
Netanyahu's like freaking Darth Sidious in Star Wars. Darth Sidious
but
stayed in power because the Clone Wars was still going on.
yeah,
That's what this guy is doing too.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Oh,
but it's crazy how they're willing to kill their own people just for the sole purpose of not to have any bargaining, not to give the enemy any bargaining chip.
that's they care more about the
And
enemies. I feel
yeah,
the
like
sick way.
and actually, like, and that's another thing that gives me hope. Also, like I've never seen the Israeli like government trying to eat each other like, or they're trying to like destroy each other. I've never seen this at this level.
That actually took me by surprise. Like,
Yeah,
they're
because
starting to point fingers at each other now.
that quote, like that admittance of the Hannibal
Directive.
ordering the Hannibal directive.
Yeah.
It's from like the highest possible person in Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on TV, Israeli TV, like saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like there.
and when the last three hostages got released, Israeli hostages, and they look like, they're thin and they're, weak. When I saw that, the first thing that came into my mind, I'm like, oh, they're gonna go and blame Hamas for this, right? They go like, look how they treat, our hostages, whatever. Like it's nothing compared to how they treat the Palestinian hostages. Not even like 1%. The shit
No.
that yeah,
Yeah.
I encourage people to actually look into that. Like that's the stuff they did to them. So, and when the first thing that came to my mind, like, oh, they're gonna go like hard at Hamas, and that's gonna be the narrative. But what it turned out to be is like Israeli like politicians and society, whatever. They're blaming Netanyahu. They're like, oh, look, like this is what you put our hostages through. Like it could have ended this before, but you kept them to reach that condition. And now it's actually there's more pressure now on Netanyahu to get this like the ceasefire deal like forward, to move it forward even. Because now they see like and they know that the conditions of the hostages is because like Israel blocked everything coming in, and this is just my like assumption, where there's areas in Gaza where some food there's some food, and there's areas where there's no food, and the hostages are like just in separate like areas in Gaza. So like when there's like they see these three hostages yesterday, they're in that area where like Israel blocked, like really really blocked access to all the like aid or food through there. And this is the conditions of. They don't care. Like Israel doesn't, like whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, free the hostages," Israel doesn't want like Hamas to free the hostages. They don't want the hostages. They would rather them die. It literally.
So they can continue attacking Gaza.
They don't, like with all the hostages being dead. Like there's no pressure inside Israel anymore. Like the hostage families or whatever, they're not gonna pressure. They're just gonna go grieve, and like they'll feel like, okay, yeah, go cry over there. And that's it. That pressure is gone.
Yeah, and from those families who are protesting for Netanyahu to get the hostages back, whether they're for free Palestine or not, they are very angry that he's not doing that. He's not prioritizing that.
They're definitely not for free
recklessly
Palestine.
putting their lives in danger.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're
Man.
not gonna give any credit to any is like the only credit I would give is the Israelis that actually forfeit their passport, their citizenship, Israeli citizenship, and that's okay. You know, that passport, but how the price that other people have to pay for you to have that passport. So if you know that, like, and you forfeit, then I'll give credit.
Yeah, because
You
that's
know,
huge, huh?
yeah, like what like to for an Israeli to maintain his identity or her identity, that children have to die. That's pretty much what it is. Like children, families, ethnic cleansing, genocide. That mission has to keep going for this dickhead to be called an Israeli. So
Huh.
yeah. So that's the only credit I give. Like other than that, if you're like, you know, any if you're living there, fuck you. You know, if you're outside, you know, and still being Israeli, like in the way like, oh, this is Israeli hummus, this is Israeli couscous, this is you know, uh whatever. Uh we just want peace, you know, then no, fuck you too. You know, like
Because it's such a shallow answer. Oh, we just want peace.
peace. No,
But that's not
I've
how
seen
things are functioning.
because I've seen Israelis say that, like, oh, we just want peace, and then immediately say like shit, like, so like we want peace, and so like we want the Palestinians to die and go away. So that
And
means
then we'll have
we
peace.
want peace.
That's
Yeah,
their
and
kind
like
of peace.
yeah. So like, yeah, saying we want peace doesn't mean shit to me.
See, we're talking about the wrong peace. We want peace, like as in like PEACE, peace where everyone has equal rights and all that. But I think they want peace, PIECE.
Peace.
They want pieces
sounds
of Palestine, you know what I mean? That's the peace they want. They want pieces of the pie. That's how I interpret it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
like
it's a fake advertisement. They just want to have what they want, which is greater Israel.
Yeah, because like when I think about, oh, we just want peace, the first person that comes into my mind is Gal Gadot. Since we're in this, like, you know, world, DC world, we were in that. Like,
our Snyderverse.
Yeah, like, yeah, this is she's one of those Israelis. We want peace.
Well, her whole time I was saying like let and get them out. When she has her propaganda movie, she was parading for Israel and she's crying for the hostages. And you know that is our Snyderverse Wonder Woman. So we can tell when she's acting good and bad and worse. And she was acting pretty bad and worse. Them and their pieces, man. This piece. How like when they presented this, like Netanyahu presented this and saying that God wants war, that should be the biggest red flag Americans should have. See, that's the problem I have with Americans who are not aware of being truly American. And what I mean by American is truth, justice, and freedom. But then wanting to conquer and saying that this is what God wants misses the mark on everything, man. And the fact that they put their ideology first, even before Israelis, they are not going to be like, I still believe to this day, up now, I was like, oh, Israel is behind 9/11. Like, 100%. Seeing that they don't care about Israeli life, they are definitely not going to care about American life. They will kill us, set up an attack, say it's another Middle Eastern country, send us to another country that President Trump called out. But once he got in office, he didn't. like I missed that President Trump where he was saying like we were tricked into going to the Middle East and all that. Now he's like, I'm happy to trick us to go into Gaza and all that. It's like, oh my gosh, man. I like the memes of him being like Israel's biatch. That's like,
Yeah,
really,
yeah, no, it's
like,
good. Let him
telling.
see that.
Yeah, he should. I don't know.
'Cause I
Hopefully
think
that'll wake up his ego.
that should affect him.
Yeah.
Like, see, Biden doesn't give a shit.
No,
right?
because Biden was excited to become a Zionist. I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
and he's
someone
like,
so
when he
happy to
sees these
be a
beams,
Nazi.
he's like actually pretty proud and whatever. But
Yeah.
people, a person like Trump, like his ego is too much. Like,
I
so
feel
like,
he
yeah,
could protect his ego to do the right thing, but he wouldn't do the right thing for the right
Yeah.
thing. You know, it has to benefit his ego.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's time for me to actually
All right.
go back to
All right.
start
No.
working.
Thank you for this time, brother. I mean, yeah, thank you for everything and helping me, keep this conversation about Palestine going. Talking about anything, like, and it's great you got to do this with me today because it's been a minute, bro. I'm happy to see you, but it helps see the progression from when I started this with you helping me to now, and hopefully there's hope that there'll be a 2-state solution or a full Palestine solution. Either way, Palestinians deserve equal rights, right of return, and free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Hell yeah. Love you, brother. And hopefully you do this, inshallah. And thank you so much for being here, bro.
Thank you.
I love you, dog. All right.
Peace.
Peace and free Palestine.